Hello everyone, welcome back to Mama in the Kitchen. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make stuffed pasta shells. So I'm going to start off by showing you the ingredients. Over here we have some mozzarella cheese. You're going to need about 8 ounces of mozzarella cheese. And then you're also going to need about 16 ounces of chopped broccoli. You want it to be this size. And then you're also going to need 8 ounces of sliced mushrooms. Also 1 pound of chopped chicken breasts. You're going to need them to be that small. And then you're also going to need 2 jars of any kind of Alfredo sauce. I have ragu, roasted garlic parmesan. And then you're also going to need about 1 cup of Parmesan cheese, 1 tablespoon of salt, 4 tablespoons of olive oil, 2 teaspoons of goya seasoning, and 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. And you're also going to need a box of the jumbo shells. So let's go ahead and get started. First step to making the pasta shells is to boil your pasta. So you're just going to go ahead and fill your pot with water, more than halfway full, probably like 2/3 full. And then you're going to add 1 tablespoon of salt and 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And then you're just going to bring it to a boil, and I'll show you what it looks like. While our water is coming to a boil, we're going to go ahead and cook the chicken. I heated up 2 tablespoons of olive oil. So now you're just going to add your chicken, and then you're going to cook it until it's completely cooked through. Okay, so the chicken has been cooking for like 3 minutes, and I just want to show you that there is going to be water coming out of the chicken. So you pretty much want to cook it until the water is completely dried up. So our chicken is still cooking and our water is boiling now, so we're going to go ahead and add the pasta shells, and we're going to let those boil for about 15 minutes, and I'll show you what it looks like once it's done. Okay, so the chicken is completely cooked, and this is what it's going to look like once the water dries up. And now we're going to be adding 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, and we're going to mix that in very well. Okay, so after adding your garlic, you're going to go ahead and add 1 teaspoon of the goya seasoning to your chicken, and you're going to mix it in very well. So after mixing in your garlic and goya very well with your chicken, you're going to go ahead and add the mushrooms, and you're going to cook those together for about 5 minutes until the mushrooms are halfway cooked, and I'll show you what it looks like once it gets to that point. Okay, so I cooked the chicken with the mushrooms on medium heat for 5 minutes, and this is what it should look like. Now I'm going to go ahead and turn my heat completely off and add the broccoli. Okay, so after turning your stovetop off, you're just going to go ahead and add the broccoli to the chicken. This broccoli has been thawing for about an hour, so you want to make sure your broccoli's thawed before you add it to your chicken. And then you're going to add 3 tablespoons of grated Parmesan cheese, and you're going to mix it in very well, and I'll show you what it looks like once it's mixed in. Okay, so this is what it'll look like after adding the Parmesan cheese, and now we're going to let it sit aside and cool down before adding the rest of the ingredients. Pasta shells have been boiling for about 15 minutes, and now we're just going to go ahead and drain them. So now we're going to go ahead and drain our pasta, and then after you drain it, you're just going to go ahead and rinse your shells with cold water. Okay, so the chicken and broccoli mixture has been sitting out for about 5 minutes, so now it's cooled down a little bit, and we're going to start stuffing our shells. You're just going to stuff it as much as you can, and then you're going to top it with some of the mozzarella cheese, and then you're going to just go ahead and place it in a Pyrex dish. And I'll show you how to do another one. So you're just going to go ahead and fill your shell as much as you can with the broccoli and mushroom and chicken mixture, and then you're just going to go ahead and top it off with some mozzarella cheese and also place it in the dish, and you're going to do that with all of the shells, and I'll show you what it looks like once they're all stuffed. Okay, so this is what the shells will look like after they're all stuffed. So now we're just going to go ahead and add 3 tablespoons of the grated Parmesan cheese evenly all over the shells. This is what the shells will look like after adding the grated Parmesan cheese. And now we're going to go ahead and mix our ragu sauce with milk, and I'll show you how to do that. Okay, so first you're going to go ahead and add both jars of ragu sauce to your pot. Add 1 cup of milk to your jar, and you're just going to mix it very well and just add it to the ragu sauce. And then you're going to repeat the same thing with the other jar. After adding your 2 cups of milk, you're just going to go ahead and add 2 tablespoons of butter, and you're going to mix that in. And then after adding your butter, you're going to go ahead and add half a teaspoon of the goya seasoning, and you're going to mix it in very well and just bring everything to a boil. So the ragu sauce and milk has been boiling together for 5 minutes, and now you're just going to go ahead and pour it over your shells evenly, and you're just going to pour all of the sauce on the shells, and I'll show you what it looks like once that's done. So this is what it's going to look like once you pour all the sauce over it, and now it's ready to bake. So you're going to cover your pan with aluminum foil and bake at 400 for 35 minutes. So this is what the pasta shells will look like after 35 minutes of baking. Now you're going to set them aside for 10 minutes to cool down before serving. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.